which therapist you need.
Therapy Thursday.
Now on Wild 94.1.
I understand therapy.
Hi, everybody.
Therapy Thursday is popping right now. The number is wide open. Whether you're texting or calling, you'll get one of these doctors in here that is committed to your mental health. Don't that sound good?
Yeah.
I was trying to put that on a brochure for
Right.
us, just for the whole establishment here. So we got Dr. Davi on deck. We
He's
got
ready.
Meredith MD here. We got Orlando BGYN. We actually got Jay on the phone who has a question for us, and he says he needs all docs on this. Jay, what you got for us?
Yeah, what's going on, Freak?
Hey, what's up, man?
I've been married a little over a year now. And
Congratulations.
Oh,
Yeah.
appreciate it. So, some of the issues that we were having before the marriage started to arise in our marriage. And in the process of all that, I'm going to be honest, I went out there and cheated. So, she found out about it about a month ago. And for the past month, we've really been at war, so to speak. I've admitted everything. I manned up and, I didn't lie. I didn't try to sugarcoat anything. I just let things, be how they were, told her straight out how it went. But now we're just at a crossroads where I'm trying to, and I want to work on my marriage, but because she sees nothing but rage and anger, she may not be on, she's not on that same level. So I'm kind of at a pivotal moment, like, do I, just give her what she wants in this moment and really just, go on about my business and hopefully we can come back together, or should I continue to stay strong in the paint and work on my marriage?
I have two questions for him real quick, if I may, before you guys answer. Jay, A, how long ago was it that all of this came to light? And B, who was the other woman? Was it somebody random or was it somebody kind of in your circle?
For the first question, we've been together 5 total years, and this incident didn't happen until this past July. So, and she found out about it last month. So we've been
fresh.
for the past 30 days.
Just happened.
30
Yeah.
days.
And then the girl that I cheated with was someone that I've known for a long time.
Makes it worse.
So,
Yeah. All right.
so she was in the
I knew
circle.
it.
Yeah. No, and Jay, you can stop right there.
This is why.
Jay, I will tell you, there's
Yeah.
a text that just came in and said, whoa, hang up on him right now. That's why they not professionals. We not going to hang up on you, Jay. We're going to give you some help, but you might not like it. So you got to really realize that this is going to be a hard conversation to have real quick, okay?
Right.
Meredith, you jump on it first. What would you like to tell her?
Okay, you can't tell her how to get over it, even though you want it to be over quicker, have her heal and just be like, oh, it was a mistake, bloop, and then just keep it moving. Like, this is a big problem. This is huge. You guys just got married and you just cheated and she just found out. So, you have to dig a little bit deeper here. There's a reason why you cheated. And also, you got to figure out, first of all, why you did it, and then also how you can make the situation better. Is it by giving her all the passwords and you guys communicating more, what you can do? Not that you have to. I'm just saying a lot of women would want that because she's going to feel like you going out with your boys or going on trips, you're always going to cheat.
All right, Davi, what you got?
Man, this is going to be hard. At the end of the day, if you're going to want to be with her and save your marriage, it's all going to be on her time. It has to be on her terms. You can't tell her how to feel, how to heal, anything like that. She's on the clock, and you're just waiting for her to get over it, if she ever can.
I would just give you one bit of advice. Stop patting yourself on the back. When you told the story and everybody was listening and writing all those texts like, man, hang up on him. What you said, and I don't know if you remember it, but what you said was, man, I owned up for it. I stood up on my own too. And like you patting yourself on the back for how you told after you got caught. And realistically, that's not what you need to be bigging up, because she's looking at you like you don't even seem like you sorry. You holding it up like, yo, I did it. I was a man. I admitted it. It's like, nah. Now, as a man, you don't go out there and cheat with that heifer that I knew you had some feelings for, because that's what she's thinking in her mind. That don't have to be true.
I say that it wasn't in the sense of, and I feel what you're saying. It wasn't in the sense of patting myself on the back, but
it sounds that way.
It comes off that
way. Right.
So we ain't gonna even worry about it. See, here's what men. Jay, stop, because here's what men do. We tend to just say how we meant it, but not pay attention to how it could be received and how
Correct.
that could be received. And that's exactly how she's receiving it. Like, he's not culpable or holding any responsibility for this. And now you're like, so what do I do? Because do I stay the course or whatever? Man, you're a year into giving this woman a ring and making her your partner, and you failed at that. You have to admit that failure, and then you have to reach out for her sympathy, and you have to win her back with trust and all of the things that Meredith pointed out and everything else. You have to now, if you want this, you have to now work for it. This is going to be harder than getting her to marry you the first time. But it's worth it if you really love her, and that's the long shot. Because this other chick that you hooked up with that you never really went that route with before, is that worth it? You're going to have to weigh the consequences and move accordingly. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't about what you meant. It ain't never about what you meant. It's about what she's feeling on the other side, because she's the victim here.
Ask her what you can
gotta
do to
treat
fix
her
it.
like the victim.
Ask her what you can do to fix it, to fix the relationship, and bow down and be like, I'll do anything if you want to be in a committed relationship. Because if she cheated on you and you wouldn't stay, then you guys aren't really in a, committed, monogamous, trying to work it out relationship. If you would dip because of that, then maybe you guys shouldn't be together.
I just don't hang your head, but just go in there and just be like, listen, I gave you all that I could, and I failed. And so I want to know, are we going to continue this? Because we can do therapy, we can do all these other things, but I just got to know if you're still in. And then you got to go with the answer.
All right.
All right, bro.
Let us know what happens.
Yeah, for real. Let us know if you out there on the single train.
We got a text out to 813. It says, last week I went to my mom's surprise party. Her best friend saw me and told me how handsome I looked.
Oh.
When the party was coming to an end at my mom's, her best friend asked for a ride. I said yes, and while we were riding home, she kept giving me compliments.
Okay.
We got to her house.
Oh
I
my
walked her
God.
to the door, and she gave me a kiss, and you know what happened next.
No, what happened? Oh, no, never mind.
Is
I
this
know
a
what
porn?
happened. Yeah.
This sounds like one of
Sounds
those.
like a porn.
She wants to continue what we have. Should I continue or tell my mom what happened?
Oh.
Yes, she is fine. By the way, I'm 22 and she's 42.
Oh, Orlando, go ahead. You've seen this movie many
Well,
times.
I gotta go ahead. What is this? I don't even like that.
I know you've seen this scenario go down.
Well, I don't get the Christian questions. I get the porny questions. Listen, congratulations.
Congratulations.
And you kind of knew what it was when she asked for the ride. You knew what it was. She had complimenting you and the whole ride there, and all of a sudden she had a scrunchie putting her hair up. Like, you know what it is.
I would not tell your mom.
Do not share that with your mother. Your mother doesn't want to see her best friend. You wouldn't want to make the difference in their relationship, Your mother has a best friend that trusted you as an adult. You might only be 22, but you're an adult participant in this act, and that's the first thing you don't do is go tell your mama that you have done something adult with another adult, no matter who she is. It could be her boss, her priest, not priest, her nun. It could be whoever. Just you can't be like, telling too much. So yeah, don't
friendship
tell
is
your
gonna be
mom.
done.
Let your mom's friendship live, and just hope. No, don't hope. Do everything you can to not mess it
He's
up.
going to do it again.
If you mess it up, you're gonna mess up your mom's friendship, and she's not gonna know why. So you can't treat this like just some random jump off. You got to make sure you treat it carefully because of her status as your mom's best friend. So that's what I would say. But definitely move forward, young man. You're going to learn a lot. This is like a college course in the hump.
I feel like Davi would keep hitting it.
Yeah.
That's what
You're supposed to do.
You're supposed to.
Yeah.
Hey, you're going to learn a lot from this 42-year-old woman. Your game is going to be so tight, so that next 22, 24.
But you can have sex with anybody. Why does it have to be her?
Because she's fine.
Yeah, she's fine.
But
covered that. She's
one
fine.
thing he said, should we continue what we have? You don't really have much.
But
you
he's
have
22. He's 22.
Right, and that's why we got to talk to him. You have a physical attraction, and there's also the taboo nature of it makes it more exciting. But like you said, tread lightly.
Yeah, plus you going one-on-one with Jordan right now. So pick up some crossover skills. Pick over a little dunk. Stick your tongue out when you're doing it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just play it up, pimpin'. You got this. More calls coming up. All right, we got your calls coming in. I got to tell you, a lot of people are chiming in on the advice. YOLO, you only live once, young man. Free game, sir. So, yeah, that 42-year-old lady is like sparring with Tyson.
Yeah.
You're going to learn some punches. I love it.
You're going to learn today.
All right, what we got?
We got a text out. You know, I'm not even going to say the area code. How about we'll just skip that for this one? It says, "Good morning, Freak Show. This is for the room. I have been sleeping with this guy for quite some time. The problem is we are both married.
Oh,
We both have an understanding, but I find myself catching feelings. It sucks because I know it's wrong and I don't want to ruin my marriage, but yet I still find myself wanting this person. Please help me. I don't know what to do. The only reason I haven't cut it off is because I haven't gotten caught yet. At the end of the day, I do love my husband, but I'm just lost."
You want to get caught. It sounds like grass is not always greener, my friend. Most of the time it is not. It sounds like you're putting him up on a pedestal. You only get to see a sliver of this person for who they are for that hour or however long. You're not with them 24/7. And guess what? When you're with somebody and married with somebody 24/7, they can be annoying after a while. But guess what? You are in a committed, supposed to be loving relationship. I don't know if you have kids or not, but let's stick with this one before we move on to the next one. It sounds like you're prepared to blow up your marriage, and if you do get caught cheating, then you feel like you can just leave. But how do you know that he would leave his wife for you? Most of the time, the guys don't. They always go back.
She might not necessarily want that. She might just want to keep the physical part of it alive. The more and more of these we do every Thursday, the more I think that monogamy is like an unrealistic expectation.
Are you excited about being engaged, Javi?
It's unrealistic for a lot of people out there because they're living in a very different world with social media. Social media. I think who was it? I was thinking it was Boozy, and I hate quoting Boozy.
You're quoting Boozy
but
right now.
he was really brilliant though.
Yeah.
He's like social media. He's like it used to be a man going to work, working hard for his family, coming home, providing for his family, and his girl was waiting to see him walk in the door. She didn't see a whole bunch of other dudes, to compare him to. That was her man who was coming home. Same thing with a woman coming home from work. That was his woman. But now with social media, you got 30,000 people parading in front of you on the page, and that you comparing what you got to what you could have, and it just makes it a different kind of thing. So we have to only let the people get married who are able to stay focused on their partner and not be tempted by all of the buffet that is out there on social media.
Yeah.
That's why we're having so many cheating situations right now. So
There's a lot today.
there's a lot of them. Yeah, you see them. They're writing them. Everybody's cheating right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know what? Catching feelings, you stop it. Stop it. You know you don't deserve to catch feelings. You caught feelings with the person you're married, and now you're out here cheating. So you don't get to have feelings. If you're gonna keep it physical,
you can't help it though.
You can't not be cheating and then catch feelings after that. No. It's not allowed.
Orlando says you're not allowed.
It's not allowed. It's not allowed.
Out of the 727, so me and my baby daddy have been on and off for the past 6 years, and we've been friends for 10. We connect on every single level. The only thing is that he cannot get his priorities together. We are currently not together. So should I just leave it alone, or should we keep retrying this over again? We feel like we are soulmates, but I can't seem to get past his priority issues, meaning what he spends his time on and money on.
I mean, he has his priorities how he wants them. You're just not one of them.
Ooh.
I mean, let's keep it real. It's been such a long time. If he saw you as that top priority, he would act accordingly. He's had plenty of time to think about it, but you sticking around makes it a lot easier for him. Because
That's true.
now you don't have to be my top priority.
Don't have to try.
You're there when I need you. I know you're kind of smitten over me. That's obvious from the text. Something has to change, or nothing is going to change ever.
We got a question here, and it doesn't say either one of us, but Davi, I'm going to let you answer first because there's the word deported in here.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
And I'm not saying you would ever be
I was
deported,
like, wait a
but
minute,
I'm
why are
saying
you gonna-
because he knows stuff. Like
Yeah.
he has experiences in this world. I'm getting a divorce after 7 years of marriage. I'm afraid my husband might get deported, and we have 2 small children. I'm not sure what to do. The marriage is broken.
I would say contemplate just a separation, because if him getting deported is on the table, I think you want to avoid that at all costs, especially because now you're going to have 2 little kids that don't know where daddy is. They're not going to be able to see daddy. It's such a life-changing thing. I know a handful of people that have gone through that, family members. And
See there? That's why I gave it to him.
There you go.
it changes every fabric of your being. You go back to a country. Sometimes people have been here 10, 20, 30 years. You go back to a country that
You can get deported after 30 years?
if you're illegal, if
Like,
you're
you damn near here an
illegally
American
here,
right here.
if you're illegally here, absolutely, and you can get deported to a country that on paper is your, where
But you ain't seen it in 30
you
years.
don't know it. You don't know people. You probably don't even know your way around. So I would say at all costs, try to prevent that. If nothing else, separate. Y'all go y'all separate ways, but keep that man from, having to go.
So stay in his life as a married person, but not his partner.
You don't be in his life very sparingly. You could
but
have
on paper, y'all still together.
a co-parenting thing, but on paper.
Wow, so she can never get married again?
You also kind of signed up for this.
Woo!
When you got with somebody, that's part of it. That's you gotta weigh all those things out.
All right. And y'all wonder why I gave it to Doc.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to give him that one. All right, let's see here. We have one more. Why can't men do right? I caught my boyfriend out of pocket cheating for the second time. How do I get him to see what he's doing to me and what he is doing to us?
He knows what he's doing, and you probably have talked about it a million times. He doesn't care. He's going to keep doing what he wants, and you're allowing that to happen at this point. So either you are going to be in a relationship with somebody that's going to continuously cheat here and there, and you're going to find out about it, or you can go live your own life, be mature, make the hard decision, separate, and go find somebody else that's going to hold you up and not treat you that disrespectful.
It's not going to change.
Yeah.
You let him slide one time, and then you caught him again, and you're still trying to figure out, how do I let him see? He sees it.
He don't care.
He overlooks it, and the benefit to him is more than the cost of your emotional well-being.
How can you teach him what he's doing to you? Leave.
Yes.
That's the only answer. That lesson comes with you walking out the door, because then he's like, damn, I messed up a good thing. And that's when guys get really, really wise after you walk out that door.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But if you've forgiven him and then he does it again, that's almost likened to a dog that's peeing in the corner of the house, and you like allowing that to happen. You can't get him to stop peeing in that spot. That's his spot now.
Yep.
He belongs to him.
Just leave.
So let him go and be with whoever he wants to be with, and you continue working on your happiness, and that message will be sent. I don't think that lesson is going to keep him in your life, though.
Yeah.
All right, because if he's cheated twice, hell, he's going to do it again. You've taught him that it's okay. All right. That's Therapy Thursday.